Hello? Hey, can everyone see me? Can everyone hear me? I was just talking for the last 10 minutes. I hope everyone heard me. Maybe no one heard me. Streamlabs said I was streaming. YouTube said I was not. Hope everyone can hear me. Can everyone see me? Can everyone hear me? Okay, reach out. Let me just. How's the audio? How's the video? Let me know. Broncos Europe, I love you guys. Love everything that you guys are doing. It bums me out that we did not get a game in London. I wanted the Mexico City game personally because I fell in love with the city when I was there last, and I was really hoping to go back. But I got a feeling we're going to either Mexico or London again next year. But no matter what, next Broncos European game, I will be there, and I will be there in person, and we will do some sort of live podcast because it would be amazing. I would love to talk ball with you guys and would love to come across the seas for my first trip, especially to the UK. But wherever it is in Europe, I'm sure you'll make the trip. So, that's TBD. We'll just keep an eye out for the next season. Glad to see everyone in the chat. I'm so sorry that I was basically talking to myself for 13 minutes. YouTube did not tell me I was not live. Streamlabs said I was, and it said I had been streaming this whole time, so I just rambled the whole time by myself, so I do apologize. Let's see, do we got something to embarrass myself? This is for me. Oh, you can hear the cat. Here. All right, sorry guys. Glad to see you guys. If there's anything that's too aggressive with the audio or whatever, just let me know. All right, so the last 13 minutes, I was just kind of heaping praise to everyone that's been very supportive and helpful of me. So I'm just going to kind of redo that. So first of all, let's see. Mile High Monster, Mike, thank you so much for being such a support. You've been pushing me, you've been on me, telling me to really keep going, get this stuff going. And I've been working as fast as I can to get going, and here I am. It took a little longer than I wanted, but at the same time, I'm like a baby boomer with this technology. I haven't sat down on a computer long form since high school in over 10 years. So in that time, all I've had is my cell phone and like a PlayStation. So that's as much technology info I ever had. But Mike, Mile High Monster, you are a monster, man. You are so supportive, and I can't wait to talk with you. I know I annoy you. I blow your inbox up with long, fast texts, and a lot of them. But, I'm just happy to have your support, and I'm happy that you kept pushing me and you stayed on me. Big shout out to Zach Stevens, DNVR. Zach is probably 5'8", much shorter than me. I'm like 6'1", 6'2", but I look up to Zach. Zach is such a great guy. He's a great cat dad, great sports reporter. He goes all out for the Broncos, traveling wherever they go, staying up as late as he needs to. So he knows what he's doing. He's the best in the game, in my opinion. Any other Broncos media member can come at me, but I got Zach. So Zach's got me. He's a great guy. I love getting his support, getting his feedback on things, and I try not to bug him, but I just want to let him know. Thank you, Zach. It was so much to have your support. Let me get a sip of this Red Bull. All right. I want to give a big shout out to Petros, Goonsville. You see it right here. Best clothing brand in the game. Ran by one of the best businessmen in the world. He's going to not like that I'm like heaping so much praise on him, but it's true. Petros is amazing, man. He's a dog. He works his butt off. Goonsville is changing the game. You know, you want to support other people and what they do, what their crafts are. Goonsville is all about that. That's what Petros does. He created this brand with his boys in college, and he's killing it. I have a little corner in here just with the Goonsville. You can kind of see the beanie right here. I'm rocking the Bronco color wave. I'm wearing the gold and black, the hat. You know, Golden Knights Avalanche coming up. Don't know how to feel about that. I got a lot of love for all Colorado sports teams and the Avs, but then I have a weird feeling because the Knights are all an original Vegas team, and they are just killing it ever since they came onto the scene. But Petros, thank you so much for all your support, man. We're going to tear it up. We've already talked about it. We're going to tear it up when you come to Vegas. We're going to tear it up when I come out to Denver. And I only got a few things on the docket for when I'm in Denver. So I'm willing. I got you. We're going to go do whatever you need. We're going to go network. We're going to definitely go have a good time. We're going to kill it. Goons got goons, and that's all life is about right now, man. Backing each other up, supporting each other in their craft, and just enjoying life. And part of this podcast is me just trying to enjoy life a little bit more. You know, you don't always have to work, a 40-hour shift or more every week and then just go home and be miserable. For me, my calm, my happy is sports, is football, and that's what this is. And that's what Goonsville is, man. Goonsville is all about helping each other, supporting each other, and really about looking clean as hell. Can you believe that? Look at this. It just looks so good. I can't get over it. It's one of my favorite brands to put on. And Petros, the man behind Goonsville, so supportive, so awesome. So I just had to let that be out there. Petros has been an amazing supporter. Mike from Mile High Monsters, amazing. Zach from DNVR. Zach is amazing, a real role model for me. Petros is a real role model for a lot of people, man. You got to really believe in what you want to do, and that's what he's doing. It's awesome. Broncos Europe, you're getting a shout out, man. I love you guys. I really can't wait to stream with you. I had a whole monologue, a whole script for this pod, and I just said we're going to just go off the heart. We're just going to ramble. Tonight's just going to be, we'll get to some sports stuff, but this first part of the show is really just saying thank you to everyone that's been supportive. And Broncos Europe has been supportive. I'm so excited to talk with them, man. I love what they do. You know, they're growing the fan base. The fan base is so underlooked and underappreciated out in Europe, out in South America, all the way in Asia. Man, they have such an amazing fan base, and they are everywhere around the world. And Broncos Europe, man, Broncos fans in UK, Germany, everywhere. I know that they're everywhere, and thank you for all the support you've been doing, guys. A lot of other guys, I could probably just go through my Twitter DMs and just name off a bunch of people for being super supportive. So I'll probably do that real quick. But just those people, had to drop them off, give them their shout outs. It means a lot to me. Okay, the cat's here. Hope that's okay, guys. You can hear her. But let me pull up my DMs so I can at least give respect to where it's due to the final few people I want to give some shout outs to. And if I forget anyone, I really do apologize. I'm just trying to show off these awesome people who've been really... are we having any issues? Oh, all right, we're back. I think we're back. All right, are we back? Let me know, guys. All right. We do have some high winds here in Vegas tonight, so hopefully that's not a problem. sometimes that can be pretty aggressive out here. Not long ago, we had a tree get blown down, and pretty sturdy tree just ripped it right out. All right. Glad everyone's good. Glad we're back. All right. Jumping back to the Twitter DMs real quick, just to give everyone their love. Yeah, I announced the channel a little fast just because I wanted to get it out there. Really wanted to reinforce to myself that you're committing, you're doing this, and I'm glad I did. I'm grateful for all the support from everyone. All right. Let's see. Mile High Memories, YouTube. Twitter. Thank you. Dak, Orange and Blue. You're awesome, man. Thank you. Broncos Bros. Do you Bronco Bro? You know, that's awesome. Love you, Dak. You're awesome. Let's see. Kodiak Broncos, very supportive. Very supportive. Let's see. Mile High Mario, very supportive. I tried not to bug a lot of these guys as I was trying to set myself up, because I still haven't even started the stream, and so I just wanted to make sure that I, put it out there that the channel was coming and that this was going to come, but really didn't want to bug a lot of people. Really just kind of wanted to drop it, and took me some time to get all the equipment. I worked my butt off the last few months since February to pay for this equipment. I work on the Vegas Strip. I get off work right at midnight, and so good chunk of my paycheck for the last few months was going right into this. From the microphones to the cameras to the computer to the light. Podcasting equipment is not cheap. Who would have thought that? So, you learn more every day. I do apologize for that little internet disruption. We shouldn't have that tomorrow on our next stream, hopefully. And like I said, normally there's going to be probably a script, or at least definitely a monologue before each stream. I'm at the beginning of each stream. I really had a cool little monologue set up, but I really just wanted to go off the cuff tonight and just talk and ramble, get to know you guys, let you guys get to know me, and just vibe. Oh man, Petros, you're awesome. Thank you, Broncos Europe, for the sound quality. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. Broncos Europe, just a heads up. I'm guessing it's probably Mark, but I did send you a DM with the Still Up page on Twitter, but I should probably just DM you with the personal one. I'm also on Instagram. You guys got me on Instagram, so however we get a hold of each other works. Aunt Sarah, thank you so much for the support. Yes, Mark Tong. Total legend. Petros, man, I can't wait till you get out here, man. We're going to make that Goonsil Casino happen. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to make it happen. A few more people real quick before I forget about him. David Talks Sports, David Talks Broncos, very supportive, amazing guy, total legend. Dude is just skyrocketing up the boards and everything that Broncos media does. Total dog. A dog in this game, very respectable. And so my graphics lady, I want to give her a shout out real quick. Amelia from Australia. We'll just go by that. I've contracted her to do all the logos, the designs, the editing, just for like my graphics, animations, everything. And it's really helped me because I didn't know how to do any of that, obviously. But one thing I know is I know how to surround myself with people that know what they're doing, and she knows what she's doing. She has killed it. If you go back on the Instagram and you go all the way back, you'll see the original logo, and that was just pure AI slop. AI can be used for good reasons, but I'm not going to build my business off of AI, especially with the fact that I want to support amazing people, and she's done amazing. She took my original logo and just changed it. It's like she saw right into my head and knew what I wanted. She took so if you look at the logo, if you see like the blue and orange that spirals out like a sun, I'm a big history buff, so I was aiming for kind of like the old school Japanese rising sun flag, but with blue and orange, of course. So yeah, absolutely, that was. Just wanted to give her props because these animations are sick. These awesome things are sick. Let me show you guys a few things here. See. Let's see. I don't know if that's playing. Let's see. There you go. You see that? That was Amelia. She made that awesome graphic. Super cool. Look at this one. Intermission. So when I just want to leave YouTube, I can just go to the bathroom or take a quick 10-minute break in the middle of a 5-hour stream. During any kind of sports that we're going to stream during, because we will stream late at night for these shows, but Saturday, Sunday, Mondays are my new days off work, and we're going to watch sports. We're going to live stream during them. It's going to be fun. Look at this. Ending soon. She made all these fun ones for me. Don't know if I'll use them all, but it's really awesome to work with great people that are just very supportive. Look at this. Look at this intro video. Let's see. Yes, I will show the cat. I'm going to watch back the stream when I'm done so I can get an opinion for my own self on how aggressive all this audio and stuff is. Because this sound mixer and mic and all that, it's very new to me. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I just know enough. But yeah, these videos, these animations, graphics, purely Amelia from Australia. She killed it. And I had to make sure that we showed those off. She's very supportive. She's really helped me out a lot. That takes a lot of weight off my plate. And I'm back. And yes, I will show the cat. Let me show the cat. There you go. That's our senior. That's Huxley. Our sweet old lady. And I hope there's no children watching, but I saw week 1, so gotta be prepared. Big old F the Chiefs. Mike, I'm glad to see you here. Mark, Broncos Europe, my Aunt Sarah, my cousin Thomas. Let's see. My cousin Caleb, Thane, my mother, she's here. So everyone be on your best behavior. Don't get me in trouble. The Broncos colorway is still up. Awesome, cool stuff coming with Goonsville and still up. There's some awesome stuff coming. Here, come here. Come. Sorry, guys, for the cat distraction. But I was supposed to actually have a couch right here. Wayfarer really messed me up on the couch. It sent me the wrong color. Then it didn't have all the pieces, missing legs, everything. So we're just working with the old gaming chair and a patio chair. So that's what this is. This is the patio chair. Just threw some stuff on it. But soon we're gonna have a nice couch right here, because for some of the kind of streams I want to do, I want to be comfortable, and it's gonna be fun. Yes, this hoodie is awesome. I love the color. It's super soft, super warm, all embroidered. Some of the cleanest merch in the game. I have a whole merch corner here in the studio. Let me spin the camera for that. Let's show off that merch corner. There we go. Here we are. So look, you got Goonsville, 2 beanies, awesome. Man, the Greek, Goonsville Greek, Opa. You know, Goonsville, a Greek coming up with the festival, so awesome. Petros just killing it. You got the Broncos hats, Broncos colors hats. Goonsville knows what they're doing. Petros knows what he's doing. Don't sleep on Goonsville. Coach Prime even said it recently, so if you don't want to listen to me, definitely take it from Coach Prime. Coach Prime knows what he's talking about, and Petros knows about that. He's got some awesome videos of his interview with Coach Prime. Go check that out on Goonsville. Thank you for staying up. Anyone who stayed up just to do this. I know for some of you, this is not your normal time. Some of you have lives. Some of you have wives. Some of you have kids. Me, I don't have a wife. I don't have a life. I don't have kids. I have a cat and another cat. But thank you so much for every one of you that chose to stay up and hang out with me for this first stream. It's very new to me, and every little bit of support means so much. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Broncos Europe, subscribe, like, click that bell, all that stuff. It means a lot. So I do have the schedule pulled up, and I do not have it in my little playlist so I could pop it up for you guys to look at. But by now, everyone's kind of sat on that schedule for a day-ish. So I feel like most of us knows most of what the Broncos schedule's doing. If you don't have it pulled up in front of you, maybe you could pull it up in front of you, at least for this stream. In the future, I will be much better at pulling this stuff up and having it in here so I can pull it up for you guys. I need to figure out the screen capture thing so I can browse and show you what I'm looking at the same time. But yes. Yeah, Goonsville and Broncos Europe is just something that needs to happen. That's a great pair. Man, don't get me started on Goonsville, man. I could go for days about how awesome Petros is and how awesome Goonsville is, man. Yes, I know. Broncos Europe would look so sick in a Greek Goonsville hoodie. I do want to have the cross streaming set up soon in the next week, so that way I can go live on multiple platforms at the same time. This is all just, step by step, day by day with me, but it's awesome. What do I think of the first 6 games? That's an amazing question. Let's see, I have it all pulled up right here. Let's see. So I actually am not as scared of the Rams game as some people think. And I think that's a very great take to start with, because a lot of people are worried about them. And that is my Super Bowl matchup. Broncos-Rams, that has been my Super Bowl matchup since the AFC Championship ended. And I do think that the Rams have been super consistent at what they do. They know what they're doing, and they know how to do what they do. Matt Stafford knows what he's doing. Sean McVay knows what he's doing. That they're a well-oiled machine in LA, and I do think that it's going to be Broncos-Rams. That's my gut pick. Would I love Broncos-Packers so my family could be torn in half? Maybe, maybe not. It would probably be very fun for the next year's Thanksgiving or any of the holidays. But realistically, I got Broncos-Rams. The reason why I say that about that matchup is because I am not worried about Week 1 Kansas City with Mahomes and the Chiefs. I think that's a blessing. You can kind of get them early. It's going to be a brutal schedule no matter what. It is a brutal schedule. They didn't do us any favors. They didn't do the Broncos no favors. It felt like the league had something they wanted to do, like make a statement out of us. And I just don't know. I think we're going to get 13 wins. 13, 12 wins, right about there. But yeah, if you want those first six, my prediction on the first six, I'll tell you right now. Let's see. So, dub week 1 against the Chiefs in Arrowhead. It's going to happen. We're going to bring the blitz, bring the pressure. I really see Mahomes being uncomfortable. Bo has such a good record against these Chiefs, and it's starting to change that narrative of when we were the ones getting our butts whooped, and now it's them on the receiving end, and it's going to keep happening. I trust that we're going to sweep the Chiefs, especially because I'm eyeing to come out to Denver for that November 1st game. That's what the game I'm aiming for, but I truly think the Chiefs sweep happens. I'm not worried about the Jags. I think the Broncos are going to be so ready to get that one back. They wanted it in the playoffs, and they definitely want to get that back. The reason why I say I'm not worried about the Rams is because, it's not that bad. It's in Denver. The reason why I worry about week 4 is because, Sean Payton has a bad September reputation. And it's an away game. There's something about San Fran that's more scary than Seattle. I don't have much love for Seattle, though. I'll give them props for winning the Super Bowl. I was never as high as some people were on Kenneth Walker when he was leaving the Seahawks. I liked Walker when he was leaving the Seahawks, but I didn't love him when he was leaving the Seahawks, if that makes sense. I didn't think the Broncos needed to pursue Walker. I really was on the JK train, but you had to get insurance. So no matter what, I was going to draft a running back no matter what. It just was a matter of where and who. But I'm not a fan of the Seahawks. Maybe a little of that is some trauma dumping from Super Bowl 48. That was a horrible childhood memory for me. Don't get me started. I love Manny Ramirez, but don't get me started on that snap. All right, so of all those games, I think the first loss happens in San Francisco. And then I think we do lose in LA against the Chargers. I think we're going to win the first 3 and then lose against the 49ers and the Chargers week 4 and week 5. So we're going in the first 5 right there. In the first 5, you're going 3-2, and then I think you do beat the Seahawks. That's just my opinion. So if you want your first 6 picks, 4-2. That's just me. Seahawks is going to be a tough one, but I think it's going to happen. You got to win these big, tough games that people say prove it. We saw what we did last year. We won some crazy games against the Bills and other teams, some really good teams that were out there. But we really have to step it up, and we have to just prove that it wasn't a fluke. If you can do it for a second year in a row, by that time of that third year, people are going to be like, oh, this is normal for the Broncos. They're doing this, and it's no problem. But yeah, so my first 6 picks, 4-2, with losses against at San Francisco, at LA. Even if it's a Broncos home game with Bronco fans in LA, it's still going to be probably a Chargers win. I do think we split with the Chargers, and we can get that monkey off our back. And that's just because Bo hasn't gotten that win against Herbert and the Chargers like that. So we do need to do that. But I do think we split with the Chargers, but I do think we lose that pair of games right there. We're going to go back-to-back losses week 4 or 5, in my opinion. Week 7, win against the Cardinals. Don't get me started on the Cardinals. Week 8, that's the Denver game. I think we're gonna sweep them. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna sweep the Chiefs. Think about the vibes in Mile High. You're gonna see Mahomes probably for a second game just running for his life, if he's even still out there, or if he doesn't re-aggravate that injury. A lot of people bounce back from these injuries. I'm not skeptical of how fast he's coming back, but you can't deny that he's probably the best quarterback in the league, or one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I can't say that I think he's just going to pick it right back up. I think he's going to have a very sloppy few weeks, especially to start. And then I think he's still in for it, especially week 8 against the Broncos. With that pass rush, they're going to really be wanting to come after him. They always are, but I just really think they want to get that sweep again and just continue their dominance against the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a big talking point in that locker room that week to just say, we're the ones that are in charge of this rivalry now. They were the ones that were dictating all the terms with this rivalry, and not anymore. It's us now. Sorry, guys. I was ignoring the chat. I kind of ramble a little bit, and, I'll get better at that part. We'll figure it out. Let's see. I'd be delighted to go 4-2. I agree. I really do agree. I think they're gonna really no shady, targeting stuff like that. But yes, they're definitely gonna go after Mahomes. They're gonna really want to lay some pain on him. They're gonna want to lay him down. They're gonna really put him on his butt, and they're gonna do it often. It's a matter of if Mahomes can keep doing it and get up, and how that mobility is. I think back to the year where he really hurt his knee, just taking a knee down. You remember this? I'm pretty sure he took a knee down and really hurt his knee. And I'm just worried about his health. I'm not his fan or a fan of him, but I do worry for his health. And his legs. I mean, dude's getting... For someone who's like this glorified gem for the league, I'm amazed how banged up he's already gotten this far in this league, I guess. I don't know. I just, because Brady went so long without getting like a severe injury, right? Like that ACL, I think, right? That was the one that kept him out that year. I don't know. Either way, sorry, guys. I just a little rant about Mahomes. I'm not confident to say that he's going to come back the same way. A lot of people think he's going to come back the same way, and they're like, oh, well, look how fast he's coming back. I'm just not a believer that coming back super fast is always a sign that everything's in the right direction. You can come back really fast, and that could mean things could go bad, too. And I get this vibe from Mahomes that he's going to rush it, and he's a competitor, but I do think that they may be rushing Mahomes a little more. I'm not worried for Bo as much as they are for, or at least as they should be for Mahomes. Bo's going to be perfectly fine. Yeah, great point. Great point, Goonsville. With the sliding, it does hurt him. No. And Mahomes, he's done that little thing where he'll take off with the ball and he'll run along the sideline and he'll kind of fake you out. He'll go for a few more yards and stuff. He's done that to defenders and it's pissed people off. I just know that no matter what, no matter who it is, Broncos week 8, Broncos week 1, or any team in between for them, everyone's bringing some sort of heat towards him. They're ready. They want to really be the ones to hurt him. Not hurt him, but hurt the Chiefs. They want to be the ones to really embarrass the Chiefs and knock them down. Everyone wants to be that team. And let's see. Against the Panthers, week 9, very, very tricky game. Who knows where they can be at this point. I'm very excited for Bryce Young. Bryce Young is really turning it around a little bit. It felt like he was in a dark place, and it feels like Bryce Young. I'm a supporter of Bryce Young. I got a lot of love for what they do at Alabama, even without Saban. It's a big school, and I got a lot of respect for Bryce Young. He put up with a lot in Carolina. Fans were ready to just get rid of him. They're ready to throw in the towel on him, just like Justin Lawrence. How come Justin Lawrence can bounce back and get the opportunity and all the love, but not Bryce Young have that chance? So I'm really happy for Bryce. He really stepped it up at the end, and I'm excited for Bryce. I as much as I want to say that it's a win, it is an East Coast game, and I feel like one of these East Coast games is going to trip us up. Sean tried to get us the 2 back-to-back road games. He wanted to make it like a trip, like last year, where the team would stay out there after one of them, practice, and then go to another one of those East Coast games. The league did not help out with that. They said no. That being said, I do think that we have the capability, obviously, to beat the Panthers. I just got a feeling one of these East Coast games is going to trip us up, and I can't tell you which one. Panthers probably could be, but it could be the Panthers. It could be the Panthers, could be the Steelers. You know, I'm not worried about the Jets, even though Broncos-Jets games are always horrid. Broncos-Jets games always are nasty, embarrassing, horrible games. Let's see. I have not been paying attention to where I'm at with wins, losses, but so far I got us winning everything. And, I mean, what do you think? What's more likely? Do they lose at Carolina, or do they lose at Pittsburgh? Because that's going to be a weird game. Black Friday game in Pittsburgh. My cousin Thomas wanted to ask me, do I think the Dolphins are going to be a dangerous team with Malik Willis as the starting quarterback? I think the Dolphins are doing anything they can to look like they're doing something without doing it. So they threw a bunch of money at Malik Willis, but then they traded away one of his best targets. It felt like I don't know what the Dolphins are doing, but I think it's obvious. Like, they're taking that cap hit. They're going to take that cap hit. So for your response, Tommy, I don't think Miami's going to be a dangerous team. I just feel bad for Malik. They gave Malik that contract, and you really are led to believe that, like, oh, they're putting their faith in the Malik. They're going to give him this team. It's his team. And then they trade away Waddle, and it just felt like they were having a fire sale. I think Miami is obviously tanking, and they're obviously taking that cap hit, just like the Broncos. Broncos set the example with the Russell Wilson cap hit. So that Russell Wilson cap hit basically just set the tone for how these other teams can just go about just eating these cap hits. You got to dedicate a year or two to sucking. That's all. Goonsville. Let's see. Are you saying you didn't see the schedule release? Because if so, I could go over it with you real quick. I mean, it's not that too bad in terms of, like, for the fan. There's so many great games. If you're the fan, you're excited for the schedule because there's so many great games, so much great high-level competitive football. You're going to be excited if you're the fan. But if you're the team, or if you're looking at it from the perspective of strength of schedule, yeah, it sucks. They really didn't do us a favor. Yes, I did read the schedule. I have it pulled up right in front of me. When I talk about some of these teams, like with Bryce Young or with Mahomes, I may have rambled a little bit. I didn't even go into it with the Jags much, other than saying that. Like, I know Denver wants to get that one back. Let's see. Oh yeah, the video. The video is awesome, Petros. I love that video. I knew Aqib was going to show up in it. I was wanting the whole video just to be Aqib. Aqib is such a vibe. Peyton's such a vibe. I gotta love the little Chris Hansen bit with the Chiefs fans. We know they were wearing Patriots jerseys in 2021. We all know that. We all know they're Laker fans. Oh, that is so sick, Petros. Yeah, so the Perseverance collab, that's one of my favorite Goonsville collabs. Gotta love it. The huge embroidery on the back. Goons always persevere. So great. All right, Aunt Sarah, yes, I agree. I think the Dolphins might be better without Tua, but I think that they're just
destroying their team in a manner to where it doesn't help Malik. I think the better argument is, do you think Tua is better than Malik? And if that's the case, I say no. I think Malik is better, has more opportunity and potential than Tua, but I really just get this vibe from Miami that the whole Malik Willis deal was to try to appease the fans while also still just kind of just like beginning the tank bowl and just to start all over again. Malik is probably just going to be the bridge QB for a rookie in the next year or two, sadly, unless he can really turn it around, but there's not a lot of help there. I think they still have A-Chain on that team at running back. Oh, that's so sick, Petros. Yeah, man, I love that release, that video. This is such a great video. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I do agree with you. I think it's more likely that we probably lose to Pittsburgh. It's easier to get that win over the Panthers, probably. I just think that both teams are kind of unpredictable, but Pittsburgh has a reputation of kind of getting tricky, especially as we get closer to Black Friday, and you don't want to be in, is it Heinz Field still? What do they call their stadium or their field in Pittsburgh? Let's see. Because now I'm curious. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're going to sweep the Raiders, by the way. Yeah, we're sweeping the Raiders. We did that last year. I'll be at the Bronco-Raider game this year here in Vegas. I was at both of them last year in Denver for Thursday night football and then here as well. And both felt like amazing home games for the Broncos. I don't know if Fernando Mendoza is going to be putting seats in the butts into seats right away, especially with Kirk probably being the starter. If Kirk's the starter, I don't know if the Fernando impact matters that much in terms of seeing Raider fans in the seats. They'll definitely show up when, like week 1, they'll show up whenever Mendoza takes the reins. But for Kirk Cousins, I know how the Raider fans are out here. It's going to just look like another home game in Allegiant Stadium for the other team the whole time until Raider fans get serious. And as a Las Vegas local, Raider fans are extremely blessed with a new stadium. And, you know, I took the stadium tour. It was awesome. It's a great stadium. Would I take it again? Probably not. But the Raiders have so many opportunities that other teams in this league doesn't have, and yet they still just fumble the ball with this team. So you can hope that maybe Fernando helps put some seats in the butts in the seats for him. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. I really hope that Fernando can help them for the fact of the city. It would help the city out a bit, but the Raiders themselves, I don't think it's going to do anything for them. Not this year, at least. And I got a lot of love for Clint Kubiak. You know, Clint Kubiak is awesome. Got a lot of love for the Kubiak family. Oh, you can hear the cat. Hi. Yep. You can hear her meowing. She's also a Bronco fan. I made her, so don't worry. I made her be a Bronco fan. Let's see. Yes, no, I do believe Mendoza will lead the Raiders to more wins, but it's a matter of when he takes over for Kirk, and that could be as early as week 4 or as late as week 14, 16. So it all depends on how long he takes. I'm really impressed with everything about him, like his personality, all that. I can put the Raider bias aside. Like, I hate the Raiders. I can put that bias aside and see, like, the good character and all that. That's what you want as a quarterback. But that being said, as long as he wears that, you know, black and silver, I'm going to find a reason to hate the guy. I don't care how nice he is, and he is very nice. I don't care how nice, polite, kind he is, I'll find a way to hate the guy. But I just don't think this year the Raiders are doing anything. It's going to take them a year or two, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe for our sake, in a few years, when Davis Webb is taking over for Sean Payton after winning 2 Super Bowls, maybe Clint Kubiak's looking for a job and he can come be the OC here. I don't know. That's just a random, hypothetical from the next few years. I just don't think the Raiders are going to do anything. And yes, so if we just jump back to the schedule real quick, I'll say we beat the Panthers, then we get our bye week, we'll beat the Raiders, we'll lose in Pittsburgh. So right now that's 3 losses. You got a loss week 4 against the 49ers, a loss week 5 against the Chargers, a loss week 12 against the Steelers, a win week 13 against the Dolphins. I think Jalen Waddle's going to go crazy against the Dolphins. He's going to really let his presence be known in that game. I think it's in his benefit too, but one can only just think about him. He's a crazy competitor. I think he's going to want that. He's going to really want to let them know in Denver, this is my new team. This is what you're missing out on. We had good times, especially before you brought Tyreek in. Waddle's first year without Tyreek was pretty solid. Then they bring Tyreek in, and in Miami, it just took the receptions away from him. So I do think that he's going to really have a statement game against Miami personally. He's going to want that one. So I do think we'll beat Miami. Week 14 against the Jets, even though it's going to probably be a horrible game, probably like 6-3. It probably will happen. That'll be the kind of game that we will definitely want some of these. This is probably going to be a Jets game. That's what will happen during the Jets game. It's going to be so boring, so ugly. We're not going to want to watch that. But I do think we win. Whether it's 3-6, 2-6, 8-5, however it happens, I don't care. I think we will get the win. It's going to be a little stressful, but we will beat the Jets. Let's see. Las Vegas Raiders, week 15 here in Vegas. Broncos will get the win. All right, final 3 games. I do think we lose only one of these games. And I hate to tell you guys, it's going to probably be Broncos versus Patriots. That's my guess. I do think we beat the Bills. I do think we do it again. If there's one of those games that we're going to lose right there, it's going to be one of those two. It's going to be either New England or Buffalo. But I do think we win one of those too. People forget that both of those teams, we're developing quite a hate and rivalry for them. We already had a long-time hate and rivalry with the Patriots. But that when you really look at how the Broncos and Bills relationship has grown right now, you got Jim Leonard, the former Broncos coach, who's now like over there running their defense. You got this rivalry growing, and it's going to be a great game on Netflix. That's a Christmas game, man. It's going to be a beautiful game. I think Denver gets it out against the Bills personally, and then loses a tough game the following week against the Patriots. And then I think I have them bouncing back at home against the Chargers, to round it out. So your 4 losses this year, in my opinion, are going to be week 4 against the 49ers, week 5 against the Chargers, week 12 against the Steelers, and then we're going to say week 17 against the Patriots. Even though I would like that win against the Pats, to me, what do I want more? I just don't have much love for the Patriots. I think they had it very easy last year, and I'm not even going to mention, a certain coach and a certain reporter and a certain headline that's been bouncing around out there. I'm not even going to mention anything like that. But with the Patriots, I don't got that kind of like I hate Drake May, I guess. Not hate, but I dislike Drake May, and that's because he's such a good quarterback. He can compete very well. He knows what he's doing. He's good. That's why I don't like him. Same reason why I dislike Mahomes. You know, is I dislike him. I hate him because he's good, and you got to worry about that. But no, so four losses. That's all I got. And truly, I think that's going to be against the Patriots, Steelers, 49ers, and a Charger. We're going to split with the Chargers. We will sweep the Raiders. We will sweep the Chiefs, probably. But the Chargers, I think we split. How's everyone doing? Everyone still with me? What's up, everyone? I mean, losing 4 games is not bad. That's what I think. Anything can happen. So, with whatever could happen, let's see. All right. I would take 4 games. Oh, yeah. I would love to go off against the Patriots, Petros. I would love that win against them. But, like, I got this vibe that the Patriots are going to be, like, 1 or 2 done in the playoffs. I really think 1 or done in the playoffs. I think they got a lot of controversy, and who knows how long that controversy is going to be sticking around them. But I just don't think it's going away anytime soon. And yes, again, I'm still standing on sweeping the Raiders, sweeping the Chiefs. It's going to happen. I will stand on that. And if so, if I'm wrong, I owe you guys a pizza party. So you guys want to hear some of these cool little sounds I can make on my sound mixer? Here we go. Let's see, you got a record scratch. So if I say something really stupid... You know, who do I think is going to be a top dog in the NFC? Oh man, I got the Rams. My NFC Championship game, Rams Eagles. Eagles are just resilient team. It feels like they're good, bad every year in terms of like they're going to make it to the playoffs and go really deep, or then what next year they're going to have a little bit of controversy or a little bit of not drama, but they just find a way to like step on their own feet one year, and then another year they're just really deep playoff run. So I got Eagles, Rams as your NFC Championship game, but I will add there's a chance you can go very much with the Eagles and the Packers swapping that. I do like what the Packers have done, and I'm going to cater to some of my family in the chat real quick. And yes, I will talk about the Bears real quick. My cousin, my aunt may not be fans of the Bears, but I think Caleb Williams has all the talent. Colston Loveland going to have a really great year at tight end. They have a lot of stuff to do. Oh, shit. Yeah, Petros, you're right. No, they had some mistakes, and that's a young team in Chicago, so they got to really grow up. I almost see them at like kind of like the Broncos in a way. You know, they're kind of young, but maybe not as Broncos are not as young, probably as the Bears, but I do get that vibe. And yes, the Bears can be very dangerous. Yes, Petros. Yep. I'm not a Bears fan either. I got a lot of the love for the Packers, especially because half my family is like Packer fans. So that's why I said, you know, I would love a Broncos-Packers Super Bowl. But then it's like a civil war in the family. And we don't need that. It's better we just win a Super Bowl separately on our own without having to tear the family in half. Let's see, we've been going for
55 minutes. I'll get better in the future with like how I handle all these screens, where I put stuff, how I pull up my animations, how I use animations, how I, schedule these shows, how I script these shows. I'm gonna get better with all this stuff in the future. It just takes time. I had a nice script. It was gonna be kind of fun, but part of the script consisted of just talking about the off season, the channel, myself, the schedule, and we've already talked about the schedule. The schedule, that's all there is for the schedule, for the most part. I told you the four games I think we're going to really lose, and it's fair to say that we're not going to just win as much games as we did last year. No way. Let's see. Yeah, tell him, Sarah. Yeah, F the Bears. There was a time, well, maybe it was a little bit of Josh McDaniels' fault, but I still had a little hate towards the Bears for it when they made the trade for Jay Cutler. I think Jay Cutler had not peaked, and I think who knows what could have happened for him in Denver had he stayed, but that trade really pissed me off a little bit. Oh, hold on. Cat. She was stepping on my keyboard. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yep, you can see a tail. Broncos, you're up. Yes, what's up, guys? Yeah, no script today. No, planned out show. We're just talking. We're just getting to know each other. I'm just here to ramble and talk. It's my days off now. So if I want to, I can go as late as I want. One thing I want everyone to know now is this weekend, I do want to do a 24-hour stream. I want to do a 24-hour stream. I want to get as many Broncos creators, fans, whoever I could get in that period of time. I would like to get some people on. Really love to talk with a lot of other people. Broncos Europe, I would love to, we've already talked about it. I would love to pop on with you guys anytime you need. Not many people from the States. I know you guys talk to a lot of guys out here, a lot of guys in Denver, and sometimes you have to work around their schedules and stuff. Well, the good thing for you is my schedule is your schedule. I get off work at midnight. I'm not quite sure what time it is out there for you right now, Mark. And for everyone, thank you, Mark, for, and Broncos Europe for pushing that, subscribe, all that really helps. It means a lot to me. I'm trying to grow this channel. I want to really hit 500 subscribers, hopefully in the next month or two. I'm going to bust my butt with these streams. We're going to put in a lot of effort, and we're going to do the occasional 24-hour stream. Once we get monetized and we can make money off of this, I really want to do some good with this channel. Obviously, I'm a big cat guy. I got 2 cats. Both of them are rescues. One of them, Apollo, my son, Apollo Creed. He's only 3. Got him from Homeward Bound Cat Rescue here in Vegas. Very tiny little cat rescue. I want to be able to eventually do long-term live streams because some of you may be familiar with Tom Grossi. That is what most streamers should want to do with their time and their money that they do make from streaming. You should want to take a lot of those earnings and put it into charity, into taking care of others and helping others. And so Tom Grossi, he has done his, and he's got it coming up again, he has done his 30 for 30 to all the NFL stadiums for St. Jude, and that's awesome. He has done some live streams just for amazing causes that are just really long, and just all the money raised in those times go to charities. And that's something I would love to do in the future, is because I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream this weekend. Probably Sunday to Monday, so I can at least get a break, today. But I really want to do long-form streams as well, 24-hour plus, and just donate the money, or really help these cat shelters, these animal shelters. Mark Twain said it best, that if you're a friend, or if you're kind to cats, you are an instant comrade, an instant friend of mine, and that is true. Anyone who is willing to take care of a cat, you're a friend of mine automatically.
Anyone who's willing to help or go take care of animals, no matter what it is, you're a friend of mine. Hi, sweetheart. Come here. You want to hear her? Here you go. Yeah. You guys hear that? She's pretty happy. Yeah? I agree. You know what she just said? She said Bo Nix for MVP. I agree. I think Bo Nix could be MVP, and I would love to push that discussion. But yeah, no, with these long-form streams, that's the goal in the future, is to donate money to charity and really just do those streams. Like, I have no problem trying to, down the line, like if and when I monetize and stuff like that happens, that's fine. But I never feel good about myself getting something without giving something. It's like when I was in Denver this last November, I brought this beautiful 16 jersey, this beautiful 16 that Benny Fowler, Peyton Manning's last pass, the man who caught his last pass, signed for me. Benny is an amazing guy, but I felt wrong having that man sign that for me and not have something to go help someone or make someone else's day better. So I already knew before I would get that signed that I wanted something signed that we can go give to some random kid out there at the tailgate. And back on the Broncos pod on November 8th, I think it was on the DMVR pod, they showed the picture, but I picked up a hat at the store right where the DMVR watch-along tailgates are. I picked up a hat there, and I made sure that Benny would sign that. And after he signed my jersey for me, we took that autographed hat and we went down into the tailgates, and I found a kid throwing the football with his uncle, with his grandpa, his dad, and I gave that kid, who was barely like 7, 8, 9 years old, I gave that kid that hat that Benny signed and autographed. I don't know if that kid has seen a Benny Fowler highlight, but his dad is going to show him. His dad was going to show him, and I'm sure he has shown him. So now I think that kid probably is a big Benny Fowler fan. And it's because now he has something that is autographed by an NFL player. I didn't get my first piece of autographed anything from a player or anything until I went out and I got the 51 signed by Todd Davis. And my point is that for any sports fan, and this gets back to why ball brings us all together, is that for any sports fan, that first bit of like a game ball from a baseball game, a football from a football game, an autograph, those things are the things that matter to any young sports fan. So as long as I continue to build my own collection, for every autograph I get as a grown man asking another grown man for an autograph, I'm going to make sure I try to get something signed that I can give to a kid, because it only feels right as I grow as a collector of sports memorabilia to help others grow as collectors of sports memorabilia. And that's the best time to start, is when you're at that age and when you're just trying to be like, man, it would be so cool if I had an autographed football from a Bronco player. Well, that can happen. That kid definitely did not know who Benny Fowler was. He was probably born after Super Bowl 50. But I guarantee you he knows now, and that's what matters. No matter who it is, my first jersey, and so my mother's in the chat, she can attest to this, my first jersey is a 47 John Lynch. Before then it was always T-shirt jerseys, and T-shirt jerseys were cool. I had a Von Miller 58 T-shirt jersey. I feel like I had a DT 88 T-shirt jersey, but my point is that all we could have for the longest time was T-shirt jerseys, and then she brought me this John Lynch jersey, and it's still old school. It's the old school logo. Old school logo still, and I guess it's now old school. It's crazy to think we've only had new uniforms for like 2 years, but it was the old logo. It was like the 2008 looking uniform, but
that jersey was my first piece of just like like uniform, like jersey merch. Before that, it was just t-shirts or just little stuff, like little knickknacks and stuff. But like a jersey, an autograph, that goes so far into really encouraging a child and what they can love with sports. So anytime I continue to get stuff signed, that's the goal. And I will say it now, I do have a plan to add to these jersey collections. I have one former Bronco in my mind who I am adamant about getting an autograph from when I'm in Denver this next time. And I'm going to be in Denver for 2 weeks, so I'm going to try to make it happen. And maybe Betty Fowler can make it happen, but I want Dave Logan, the voice of the Broncos. He was on the Broncos for one season, 85. He wore 85. I would love to get an 85 jersey and get him to sign that, because he is the voice of the Broncos. Any Broncos fans who have heard his calls or his seen the Broncos reactions, that as I've seen it, everyone knows about his famous foot race calls. It's a foot race to the 10 to the 20. Oh, everyone knows. That's my goal, is definitely get that. That's the one I want. But yeah, no, I do want to make sure that we can build on this brand. And if I'm going to build this jersey collection or this merch collection up, we're going to take care of some kid. We're going to get some kind of merch or something, autograph for a kid. Thank you to everyone being in here. It's just a late night, relax, ramble session. Petros, I know it's like 3:20 in the morning. I appreciate you guys out there. 3:21 in Denver right now. 2:21 in Las Vegas right now. Let's see. But just because it's early in the morning does not mean we cannot be hyped. So we can be hyped. So here we go. Touchdown. Touchdown, StillUpSports. We made it live, and we're here. I'm grateful to be up here with you guys. I'm grateful to be rambling, and just to be live. Petros, I agree. I'm so hyped too. Man, it's crazy because I've said it before, I work on the Vegas Strip. I'm not going to say what I do for work, just because I don't need anyone online showing up at my work. But I work on the Vegas Strip. Pay is moderate, maybe a little below moderate. That's all I'll say. And so all this equipment really took a lot of time, a lot of overtime. I worked my butt off for all this stuff. I have 2 computer monitors, the mic, the boom arm, just the cord was pricey. So this was new for me, to try to save up for all this, and especially stepping out of my comfort zone and coming on here and talking and all that. But, it feels like hard work does pay off. The studio, it's small, but it's mine. This show, it's small, but it's mine. And someone may have told me a while back on Twitter that it's going to be hard for me to talk about sports at this time of night, because they said because nothing's going on at this time of night. That's the opposite of why I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to succeed because there are a lot of people up at this time of night that crave live sports talk. I could be talking Broncos like I have been, or we could be talking Nuggets. We could be talking about this awesome series that's going to be coming up against the Avs and the Knights. They're going to tear each other up. That's going to be an amazing series. They're going to tear each other up. So, thank you, everyone. Yep. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Aunt Sarah. Yes, Petros Goons are always on the grind, man. We're always grinding. We're always working. I announced the channel way sooner than I wanted. I wanted to announce it later. I wanted to announce it way later, and just at least maybe a month ago to by now is when I wanted to announce it. but I announced it so early for a few reasons. There's a personal accountability reason. You know, I wanted to hold myself accountable, not to back out, but also, I was really wanting to push this idea of normalizing late night sports talk. And I have a lot of ideas for how this channel is going to come out and how it's going to look. But at the same time, it's going to be unique to its own. Some of the like little tit for tats things that I've been thinking about with the channel is like, I love late night. I got so much love and respect for Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Jon Stewart, Conan O'Brien, David Letterman. I love late night talk show, and I kind of wanted to have my own version of blending that in with sports. And I don't know where Still Up is going to go. Still Up is not going to stay small, though. It's going to keep growing. And I do think that Still Up, while it starts, you know, in my little tiny Goonsville started when Petros was in college, and it just, look at where it's grown now. It's grown so far. And so this channel, even though it's starting out in my little apartment, in my bedroom, in this little studio, it's going to grow. And everything's going to grow. It takes time. And Petros can speak to this. When Goonsville was probably at its earliest peaks, he probably would have never imagined it would be at the point where it is now. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to keep grinding. We're not going to stop. And we're just going to stay up. You know, we're always still up. And we're going to keep talking sports. We're going to keep talking about ball, hockey, combat sports. We're going to do live streams. The live streams Saturdays are usually always UFC. So there's always going to be UFC. You can always find boxing matches to watch. BKFC. Man, there's so much great sports to watch. So we're going to cover a lot. I'm going to do it so I can really try to expand my growth in this field and trying to cover everything. Absolutely, Petros. We're here. We're here, man. Still Up is here. StillUpSports is here. When I first thought of the name, you know, I ran it through my head so many times. It was not the name I wanted. There's one name I really wanted for this, and it was taken. So I was disappointed. And it was called... Does anyone know what you would call... what would you call a late night sports talk show? Because I had a really awesome name in my mind, and I Googled it and looked it up on YouTube, and sure enough, it was taken. But I wanted graveyard sports. More and more I think about it, StillUpSports just feels so much more right, comes off more clean, it's more sexy. I love StillUpSports. And then after I came down to that name, and I just said it, StillUpSports, StillUpSports, StillUpSports. It just feels right. Why else would we be talking about sports at this time? Because we are still up. Absolutely, late night goons. We are late night goons. Got the Goonsville here, man. I know you all can see it right here. Look at that. Oh, look at this beautiful Goonsville. Look at that beanie. Ooh. Also, these beanies, double layered, so on the inside, very comfy, keeps you warm. It could be cold out there, and you can throw on your Goonsville beanie. Oh man, you're gonna be so warm. And you'll have the cleanest beanie out there, man, with that clean embroidery. You got them in all kinds of colors. Man, Petros is cooking up heat. Man, he's like a mad scientist of clothing. So you don't want to mess with him, man. And he's going back to school, so he's just going to kill it. He's going to come back even more smart than his ass is already. He's already so smart. So, Petros, you're killing it, man. I love seeing my family in the comments in the chat. You know, I appreciate Broncos Europe for jumping in here earlier. I appreciated Mile High Monsters Mike for popping in. Mike was such a big support. He was really pushing me, telling me just get going, get going. You got your camera, you got your mic, do this, do that, and I appreciate it. I needed that kind of push, and it meant a lot. Then Zach Stevens, one more shout out to him, man. I'm sure he's sleeping. It's his weekend. He's got a lot on his plate. He's a busy man. But yeah, Zach's been awesome. Really supportive. I reached out just the other day and asked him how he handles the camera, because if anyone has seen Zach Stevens on camera, that man is so full of energy, and it just pours right out of him like it's a waterfall. He is very articulate, very smart. The dude is the best in the game. So I had no other idea than who am I going to ask for how to handle myself on camera than him. Most of the feedback was just be yourself and don't overanalyze things, and that's true. So that's why I'm here. I'm not overanalyzing things. Zach's definitely a real role model to me. I appreciate all that he has done, just from his perspective. To have someone in the game like he is, be supportive, it means a lot. When I grow up, I'm just trying to be like guys like Petros and like Zach Stevens. And, I just want to be like these guys, because these guys are awesome. These guys know ball, and they're great at their crafts. From everything Petros and Goonsville's been doing, he's great at his craft to what Zach does with DNVR. Zach is in, I mean, they're not a motor pool, but all of those reporters. When I took the stadium tour in Denver, I saw the press box. So I got to see the little sheet on the wall that shows where all of the local media is sitting, all of, the Vegas media was sitting, where the seating charts were and stuff. And, I just see all those names up there, and there's so many big names in Broncos, like media, all of them. There's so many big names, but there's only one on that list that I'm ride or die with, and that's Zach Stevens, baby. That man is peak football knowledge and peak football energy. The man has energy for days, and that's what it's all about. When you love what you're doing, and when you love the Broncos and covering sports and talking sports like he does, it's awesome. Absolutely, we grow every day. That's all I'm trying to do. Every day, if I can learn how to do one more thing with the sound mixer right here, or one more thing with the software, I'll be happy. Yeah, Zach is a vibe. Zach's my spirit animal. Zach Stevens is my spirit animal. Just a cat dad who loves sports, whose favorite activity is to watch sports and sit on the couch with the cat. So that's literally me. That's how I feel. We've been live for an hour and 18 minutes. Does not feel like that. Doesn't feel like an hour and 18 minutes. Hi, guys. Anyone want to see my son? Here you go. This is my pride and joy. See this? Whoa. So this is Apollo Creed William Chapa. And for anyone who's got my name wrong, it's okay. It's easy to say Chepa. Chepa is how it looks. It's Chapa. So for anyone who wants to know, it's Cody Chapa. But yes, this is Apollo Creed William Chapa. Let's let him go. But yeah, so we're just vibing right now. Yeah, Mom, I also agree. Zach is awesome. I just, there's so many guys in the game. Like, I've been watching Brandon Perna from That's Good Broncos, That's Good Sports. I've been watching him since 2014 when I was in high school. And he had this video where I think it was his whole experience at the Broncos-Colts game in 2014, where it was him and Jess, his wife, and they were just going around the tailgate, and then I believe they were there for the game too. But that was my first Brandon Perna video, and Brandon Perna, is like the mecca of Broncos like content creators. Another amazing guy, Brandon has been killing it, so I love everything he's doing. Man, the Chapa family and Goonsville are, like this. Goonsville is family. Petros, you're like a brother to me, bro. We barely met for a short time in Denver, but we hit it off clearly. It was a busy, short time that I was there last time, so there wasn't time to hang out. No time to hang out and go chill, drink, or have a meal, whatever. But we're gonna definitely tear it up when you come out here, and in Denver too. But no, it's just crazy how like you can meet someone and just become good friends and just really like grow a good friendship out of something, and it means a lot. You can speak to this that after I came back to Vegas from Denver, that literally my money, well, not my money, but I was like, I had an order, a Goonsville order every day. And whenever that Goonsville order would arrive, within minutes or hours, there would be another one in the mail, or I mean, not in the mail, but another one placed. I'd always be placing another order as soon as my order arrives. So I was always ready to keep support, and just because it's such a great brand, honestly, and such a genuine owner too. So anything I can do to help the Ville, I got you, man. One of my earbuds just went out. I do want to get myself maybe some over-ear headphones, but I don't like the idea of doing that. I like the flexibility of having the in-ear buds. The in-ear headphones really help me, so I have more freedom of range and movement. I got a haircut, so my hair, I don't have my signature cowlick right now. My curl, I don't have that right now. I got the prison, it's just shaved haircut right now, so I'm rocking the Goonsville right now. I don't like my hair when it's that short. But it's hot here in Vegas. It's only going to keep getting hotter. All right, guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check, mic check. Hello, hello. Let's see. I was hoping that would do it. Okay, we're back. Awesome. Right on. Okay, yeah, so it's not necessarily the earbuds, but it's something to do with like the bit rate and stuff. This is all stuff that I will hone and, I'll figure out all these little minor settings in the future. Thank you guys for sticking on here with me. Let's see, it is the weekend. Oh man, Broncos Europe, you're so sweet, man. You guys tagged me earlier on Twitter saying like he's live. Man, you guys are awesome. I really do want to talk ball with you guys. I want to be that guy for you guys, late at night. I know that it's easy for you guys to get interviews with some of these Denver media cats. What's probably toward the end of the day for you guys, the beginning of the day for them. But for me, I'm going to be up at this time. So Broncos Europe, I got you. I would love to keep talking with you guys. And we're going to really do anything we can to push for these subs. And we're going to keep growing. I know this pod has just been little all over the place, but that's the point, is we're just talking. We're just going off the cuff, and we're just letting this go. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know the audio is working. Mom and Sarah, Petros, everyone, thank you. Yeah, man, I got this awesome audio mixer. I really do love it. It's taken me some work to learn, but I'm loving it. All these cool little neat sounds. All these neat little sounds like that trombone. That one was kind of fun. If I say something really nice, like really awesome, some applause. So this little sound mixer is neat because it does give me the option to mess with some sound effects and stuff. Let's see, we got...
Turn me into a robot. Robot voice. This is the robot voice.
Megaphone. This is the megaphone voice. 1942. Sounds like 1942. But yeah, guys, it's a fun little thing to mess around with. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, Aunt Sarah. I'm just out here trying to do something a little more fun. My nights used to just be get off work and just who knows what I would do to spend my nights. But I didn't want to just keep living a life where all I did is just work my 8-hour shift, go home, and just pass time until I go back and do it again. I wanted something to look forward to, something that I can make my own and grow. And I don't know, like I said, at one point in the stream, I didn't know what this is going to be and what this will grow into. But the goal with this is that we grow into something and that we grow each day. We're going to normalize late night sports talk. We're going to normalize it, and we're just going to go from there. Dreamweaver. Oh, man. Jay Weaver, I gave you a shout out earlier, I believe. Might have been during the first 13 minutes of the stream when Streamlabs was saying I was live, but YouTube was not live. But either way, Jay, thank you so much for your support, man. This has been a journey for me trying to get all this, equipment and everything. And it's been a challenge for me at times. I'm not as well refined as a lot of these sports media people, but I'm going to do all I can to try and make myself as professional as I can and grow and I want to be taken seriously. I want to grow, and I'm just appreciative of all the support, man. Go Broncos, of course, man. Thank you. I'm happy to be up and running too. Whatever happens with this the show and Still Up, it's gonna be a fun ride the whole way, guys. Let's see. Thank you guys. I know I don't have the camera positioned in a way for you to see the cat, but maybe I should move it a little more. Yes or no, do you want to see the cat more? Because I'll change the camera angle right now, and I'll make sure I position it to where you can see the cat. We have 2 cats, and we have a senior named Huxley, and then we have my 3-year-old cat, Apollo. We have a dog. His name's Reedus. You know, named after Norman Reedus. Yeah, guys, this stream has been fun, and I'm just going to keep going for the next who knows how long. I appreciate everyone being here. I'm just going to keep staying up until I start to get tired of it. My Red Bull is barely halfway drink, so I got room to go. And we got props, guys. We got props. So something that I'm trying to do as a sports fan to try to boost my knowledge of just sports in general and sports media is I'm trying to go to as much sporting events as possible. So I had a Las Vegas Aviators game about a month or so ago with my aunt, my cousins, my cousin Thomas, my cousin Caleb, my mother, and so we had an Aviators game. That was awesome. We just recently went to a Blackhawks game. The IFL team, the arena football team, the recent champions. Most people don't know they're champions. They're dominating. Probably the best team in the league, in my opinion. But there's some other good teams in arena football. Arena football does not get the love it gets, but these are guys that are high-level athletes, and they're playing in a smaller space. There's something about watching a wide receiver catch a ball in arena ball where they can have it snatched from their hands by a fan and it not be against the rules. That's just so cool. Or to see a receiver make a crazy catch while hitting the wall and still maintain the catch, crazy. Arena football is fun. When we were at that game, it was fun. And so because of that game, you know, we got props. We got a lightsaber. Look at that. It's red. The lighting kind of makes it look orange a little bit, maybe a little pinkish, but it's red. Bear with me on that. But Nighthawks, the Las Vegas Nighthawks, great arena team. Very excited to go see them. Yep. Our dog Reedus was a rescue. Yep, Petros, Norman Reedus, exactly. Boondock Saints, Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead, of course. I know you love the Boondock Saints. I love Boondock Saints too. So it was a perfect name for him. He's my mother's dog. You know, he is her baby, but he's just a cranky old man. He's really growing into that Norman Reedus type personality. Amazing movie. Love that movie so much, Petros. I agree. Big shout out to my cousin Thomas. He is up in Reno right now, getting some extra schooling done at Job Corps. Just want to give him a big shout out. You know, we're very proud of you, Tommy, and everything that you're doing. You're making the family proud. We can't wait to come back and see you. We can't wait to see you finish everything that you're doing, because once you're done, this is a big opportunity for you, and you're making the best out of it. And that's what makes us pretty awesome. So we're pretty proud of you. I got some trading cards from my cousin Thomas. I'm not a big, so I have a card collection, but I don't open packs. I don't rip packs. I don't open them up like that. But I figured, why not now? While on streams, this is the best time to open some packs. My cousin gave me these packs right before we took them up to Reno. Big love in the chat right now from my cousin Thomas and my aunt Sarah. You know, we do love you, Tommy. We miss you, and we can't wait to see you when you get back here. And Sarah, I'm probably going to go at least guaranteed for another 23 minutes. That would make this a 2-hour stream. I might go for an extra hour. But if anyone here feels the need to drop out, you can. Don't feel any pressure not to. All I ask is that you like, subscribe, maybe share the stream if you can. But no pressure to stay up late if you don't have to. But yeah, we're almost at 2 hours. My goal is to go at least for another hour, a little bit more, just because I wanted to get this first stream out of the books and really just test myself with the audio equipment and everything. Like I said, I'm aiming for a 24-hour stream, and my best bet may be to do that stream Sunday going into Monday, since I am off Sunday and Monday, but especially with Monday, so I can try to get some of these other Broncos creators to hop on with me, or for me to hop in with them, because I would just love to do something long form and just talk with all these guys, because I got so much respect for all of them. And it's also something that would be helpful for me, because like I got to learn how all this software works and how this equipment works. So I really have to learn like how to, this thing works or how that works in terms of like when I'm joining a stream, or if there's things I got to do for other people joining on the stream. I don't know how to do anything like this. So I'm learning every day. If you knew the amount of YouTube tutorials that I was watching to learn how to work my audio mixer, how to work my PC, how to work all this stuff, you'd be like, man, this guy has no idea what he's doing. And that's why all these tutorials have been really helpful. You can damn near learn anything on YouTube, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah, so we're going to rip a few packs. We're just going to talk. If anyone wants to talk, feel free. I want to talk about myself real quick. Everyone in the chat knows me, but this is just for if anyone wants to rewatch this in the future. But a few things about me. I'm a 4th-generation Denver Bronco fan. My great-grandfather, William, he was a Denver Bronco fan. He was born in Ray, Colorado. So with him being born in Ray, Colorado, that is where this love for the Broncos began in our bloodline and in our family. He had 4 daughters. 4. You would think that with that happening, there would be no way any of them would like football. Well, when you bat that high, you're bound to have more odds of that happening. So with that happening, he ended up with one of them that ended up really loving football, and that would be my grandmother. My grandmother, she was a 2nd-generation Broncos fan. She was born in Glendale, California. Big Bronco fan herself. And then she would have 2 daughters. Both of them are in the chat right now. My aunt and then my mother. My mother would be the 3rd-generation Bronco fan. Come on, crybaby. Come on, up. Come on. Sorry, guys. If you ever hear her crying on stream, she's perfectly fine. Her nickname is Crybaby. She likes to whine for attention, food. She's just a sweet old lady. So if you ever hear her whining on stream, don't worry about it. Let's see. No, we appreciate you, Tommy. We support you and everything that you're doing. You're doing a big thing. Taking a challenge and stepping out of your comfort zone and what you're doing. And you got to be proud of what you're doing, and we are very proud, so keep it up. And I can't wait for you to come back, but at the same time, I can't wait for you to come back with this achievement of finishing what you got to do, because that's going to make coming back feel even more rewarding and worth it. And I can't wait for you to come back, because the stuff we want to do with you when you get back and the stuff we want to do with you when we go pick you up when you're done, it's going to be awesome. But yeah, so back to my family, my mother and my aunt. My grandmother would have 2 daughters. My mother, my aunt. My mother would be born in Oxnard on Port Hueneme Navy Base. she would be the third generation Bronco fan at that point. So at that point, you have my great grandfather who started it all. Then you have my grandmother, and then you have her passing it down onto my mom. My mom did not try to be a Bronco fan, but she didn't have a choice. So she got what she had coming. Let's just say that she tried to be a Raider fan. That didn't work. She tried to be a fan of other teams. That wasn't allowed. It didn't work. But now that brings you to me. You know, my mother would have 2 boys, and then you got me, the Bronco fan. So I'm the 4th generation of a deep, long line of Broncos fans, but also just sports fans. Yeah, so that's something about me. If I just wanted to get that out there. This channel is rooted in family. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Okay, good. We cut stream cut out for a second. Come on, guys. Come on, internet. Come on. All right, guys. Yeah, the internet cut out for a second. It was a little rough. We'll get better with this internet and with all the software stuff. Yeah, if anyone wants to drop out and go, sleep, you can. All right, guys. If any issues with the streaming, with the video, if it lags or if you have audio issues, let me know. Because I am getting something saying that there is some issues with maintaining. Let's see. Is there anyone having issues with the video? This first stream, we probably won't go too long. We'll probably just go for another 30 minutes or so. We'll just call it 2.5 hours. So we'll probably get off in about 30 minutes. Just because I want to open those packs and stuff. But if anyone's seeing any trouble on the chat, or if the chat's lagging, or if the stream's lagging or anything, or if the audio is cutting out, you just let me know. But we're going to open these packs from my cousin, and we're going to see what we can find in here. I'm not a card guy, but there is these guys that I love to follow on Instagram, and that they are also UK based, I believe, just like Broncos Europe. But they do, like, their whole page is like sports cards. So maybe this is more up their wheelhouse. But we're going to do these anyway, and we're going to see if we can find something cool in here. And whatever happens, happens. I bet there's some cool Packer ones in here that I can pass on to my cousin Caleb. But yeah, we're going to open these cards, and we're going to see what we can find in here. I don't know if there's a rule with these cards and how you open the packs, or how you're supposed to open the packs. But I think it's like halfway through the pack, you put it in the back or something. All right, let's see. Andrew Van Ginkel. Let's see. Robert Brazil. Tony Dorsett. Blake Corum. Quinion Mitchell. Rashee Rice. James Cook. Pat Freiermuth. Dalton Schultz. Jalen Coker. Oop. Let's see. Princely Unamam. I'm not pronouncing that right. I'm sorry, man. Mikael Williams. Oh, gosh. A Drake May card. Ugh. Hey! That's a good one. This is a good one for us Bronco fans. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get it up close. But that's a good one for a Bronco fan. Look at that. As a Bronco fan, I can agree to this. You got the Nick Benito. It's kind of reflective, pretty blind, but yeah, you got the Nick Benito. So to me, that's a win right there, just to have Nick Benito. Oh, we did drop one. Let's see. Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jags. All right. Let's see. So that was kind of fun. We found a Nick Bonito. That was kind of fun. It says Sack Attack. It's the scorer card. So that's kind of neat. You want the description? It says Nick Bonito tallying 13.5 sacks in 2024 vaulted the Broncos from an unknown to the main point of emphasis on opposing scouting reports. Let's see. The third-year edge's relentless effort earned him the first Pro Bowl and All-Pro nods, making him the first Denver linebacker to claim both honors in the same season since Von Miller in 2018. That's a great card. All right, so we did one pack. Let's see what else we can find in these cards. I do want to do more of these. Maybe I'd film them from my POV with the meta glasses on instead, so that way it's better, so you can see what we're getting and what we're opening. That might be the plan in the future. I haven't opened trading cards since I was little, and it's always fun, to do them now. I do have cards that were given to me. And there are a solid amount of Bronco ones in there, but I didn't open them or pull them myself, so that takes away some of the fun. I don't know how that... Let's see, I think that's it. Okay. Because there's normally like a thing with like these cards where you after a few you flip it over. Yep, Casa Bonita. Great card. Great card going in the collection. Let's see. Deshaun Watson. Ooh. Let's see. Jerome Bettis. Oh, we already got another Bronco. We got Cortland Sutton. Look at that. We got a Cortland Sutton. Let's see if I can get up close and show you guys. All right. Here you go. There you go. All right, guys. So we got a Nick Bonito and a Cortland Sutton. This is a fun way to pass some time and just, vibe. If anyone's got any questions, drop your questions, we'll talk. Let's see, we got Christian Gonzalez, Mark Andrews, Vita Vea. Let's see, Vince Fragamo. Joe Horn, Joe Thomas, Patrick Mahomes. Oh gosh, guys, we got a Mahomes card. What are we going to do with that one? Devin Neal, Curtis Rourke. Oh, what is that? We got a Baker Mayfield and a Cam Ward. Nice. Okay. 2 packs in, 2 Broncos hits. 1 Bronco in each pack. Now, on the back of these packs, it does say like your chances with some like the rares, the main normal cards that may be autographed, stuff like that. So maybe there's something pretty cool in one of these. But either way, honestly, a Nick Bonito and a Cortland Sutton already feels pretty fun. It's a pretty good little win. Okay, here, guys, I'm gonna show you the cat. I'm going to change the camera angle. We're letting her be in the view. Let's see. All right, guys. There you go. Can you see her? She's right there. It's hard to see her. She's already dark, and I got the lights off in here, except for my ring light, and only the ring light, so you don't see her much, but she's right here. You can see her there because her eyes. But yep, she is a crybaby. She can't help herself, guys. She's just talking and talking. All right, let's get these other 2 packs out the way. Yes, she is a void. You got to be careful when you pet her because your hand might just disappear into the void. Let's see. Jalen Milroe, Let's see. Tyler Slow, James Cook. Let's see. Brandon Aubrey, the 65-yard field goal kick. That was a good kick. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but man, when Brandon Aubrey made that kick, it was some crazy stuff, guys. Let's see, Barry Sanders. That's a nice one. Let's see, Robert Spillane, Travis Etienne. Let's see, Braden Fisk, Derrick Henry, Javon Dexter Sr., Tank Dell, Anthony Richardson. Man, you guys remember when Anthony Richardson was like scary as like a rookie? You're like, man, this guy's scary. Who knows what he's gonna do? And then he got injured, and then he ended up in going the direction that a lot of other people did. Yeah, Petros, I appreciate you staying up, man. I know that you got to get some sleep. Thank you so much, man. Opa as well, man. So proud of what you're doing and what is coming up with the Greek festival for you guys, man. Very excited for you, man. Definitely get some bed, man. I like to imagine that this whole time you were also watching Las Vegas at the same time, getting a few episodes of that in, But it's okay. I totally understand. Go get your rest, man. We'll do a stream where you jump on with me. We'll do one of those, and there's a lot to come from Goonsville and Still Up. We got some stuff in the works for you guys. Still Up and Goonsville are coming. We're coming. Get some rest, man. Thank you so much for dropping by, man, and chatting with the family, chatting with everyone in the live chat. Goons got goons, guys. Everyone give your love to Petros and Goonsville in the chat. Goonsville is amazing. Thank you so much, Petros, man. You're awesome. We'll definitely get you on stream. We'll have our own little talking interview. And damn sure if you come out here, you're going to be here in the studio. I'll have the couch by then. You're going to be doing a pod here with me. But yeah, we're definitely going to get some stuff done. We got some stuff in the works. Goonsville and Still Up, we got some stuff coming. Thank you, Goonsville. Thank you, Petros. You guys rock. All you guys, every one of you guys here, thank you for staying here. Let's see, guys. Last pack. Let's open this. We're going to probably sign off maybe in 20 or 30 minutes. Probably 20-ish. But we'll see. I'm just trying to get as much experience right now with messing with this equipment, but I may go live again later tonight or today just to do it, and just to I got to check the docket, but there's got to be stuff going on. It's the weekend, so we'll watch some stuff, whether it's basketball or hockey or whatever. Let's see this final pack of cards ready. Let's see Mason Graham, Jack Beck. Let's see, Josh Jacobs. This is the Packers, Josh Jacobs, with the Packers throwback. That's a good one for Caleb. Mason Graham. Good night, Petros, man. Good night, Goonsville. Appreciate you guys. Let's see, Stephon Diggs, Kellen Winslow. Got Bo Nix. We got a Bo Nix. It's a standard, but there we go. And we got Bo Nix. We got Nick Bonito. We got Cortland Sutton. And we got a Josh Jacobs to pass to the Cousins. So that's nice. Let's see. Make sure I already went through those ones. Oh, okay, another Bronco. Troy Franklin. We got a Troy Franklin. That's awesome. Nice. Nice. Let's see, that's it, yep. All right, so that's all the cards. that was very fun. It's always nice to open up some cards and go through them. You hear me now, guys? Is there any issues with the audio right now, or was it just a second ago? Let's see. All right. Any issues with my audio right now, guys? Because I'm thinking I may end up calling it quits soon, and we'll jump back on. It's working now, right? Audio is working right now. We'll keep these cards. We got a bunch of other cards here, man. There's lots of cards of other teams, man. I'm sure there's some of these in here that I can gift to some people. All right, good. Glad we're having no issues with the audio now. Yeah, it seems like it's every once in a while, it's the occasional, cuts in or out thing. I guess that's part of just what happens. I did pick up that second Wi-Fi router today, so we have the one Wi-Fi for the whole house, and then I have my own Wi-Fi for up here, and I got it set up, but barely right before the stream, so it's actually not hooked up to the new Wi-Fi. So I am currently running off of the previous Wi-Fi, and I was surprised by how much it's holding up right now, but it's probably because I'm not doing no high-speed gaming or nothing like that. And in the future, I would love to do some live streams while gaming, game and play Madden 25 while you guys are watching me get my ass whooped. Let's see. I'm glad to see Caleb is not in the chat. My cousin Caleb should be asleep by now at this point. I know it's his weekend now, but it is also 3 in the morning, so it seems like he's not in the chat, so he's probably asleep. Yeah, guys, this is just so I can really get my feet under me. I hope it's Caleb. Okay. So it seems like Caleb and my aunt are on the same account. Probably on the same account, but different devices. But I appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you everyone again for just hopping in here. It keeps the chat. Having everyone in the chat's really been helpful. It helped keep the conversation going. I did a little conversation earlier on like the Broncos schedule and what I expect for the Broncos schedule. Nothing too crazy. Just a little basic stream. There's still a lot for me to learn. And yeah, Caleb, I'll 1v1 you in Madden if you want. If anything I learned about you in Madden is you got a few good plays that you can run well, but I got some good defense stuff, so I can lock you down on defense. I appreciate every one of my family for being in the chat. Mom, cousin Thomas, cousin Caleb, Aunt Sarah. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, guys, we're probably gonna, in 15 minutes, we're gonna cut the stream off and we're gonna call it quits for the night. But that's just so we can jump in later today and do some streaming as well. There's still stuff I gotta tweak with some of the software, some of how I load my files and stuff. I wanted to have in my files the Broncos schedule so I could have popped it on screen, and then that way you guys could have looked at it while I was talking. But I wasn't able to get it on there in time, so we'll get there at one point. You guys want to watch any of those animations real quick one more time? How about, let's see, we'll look at the intermission one. Yeah, look at that. It's a great animation. That animation is going to come in handy in the future during these live streams. All I got to do is just take my mic and then all I got to do is just mute my mic and then turn on that screen, and then I can step out for whatever time I need during whatever stream, whether it's football, basketball, whatever. And by doing that, that allows me to take a break in the middle of some of these streams that are going to be pretty long in the future. Let's see, we got, I'm proud of these videos right here. Hello, guys. Do you hear me? What about now? Am I working now? My audio? Hello? Anyone can hear anything, let me know. Hey, okay. All right, yeah, so I'm learning how to get that audio fixed after that happens. It's a matter of just messing around with the software. So that's an issue. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Aunt Sarah. Yep, Aunt Sarah, go ahead and get some rest. I appreciate you staying up late and hopping on the stream. It means a lot. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to probably call it quits in like 8 minutes, guys. I appreciate it. This was a good, just nice test run just to test everything out, see how the equipment works, see how the mic works, all this. It's worked out pretty good. And this was on the Wi-Fi I'm not even going to be using, so one would believe that the next stream will be a lot better with that faster Wi-Fi. So that's going to be a lot more help. It'll be a lot better. So we'll hope that next stream there'll be less technical difficulties. But yeah, definitely thank you, Aunt Sarah. I appreciate you coming on, and it helps me. Thank you, everyone, for showing up, liking, subscribing, commenting. Anything helps with likes, subscribes, commenting. Anything helps the algorithm. Hey, Thomas, is this what you mean? Is that what you meant, Thomas? About the deep and black noir? Let's see. Oh, man. Had to do it. Yeah, I love the sound mixer. I'm enjoying these little sounds. They're going to come in handy, especially when I learn more how to use them. And because I have a whole extra sound pad and a half of space to put new sounds. So who knows what kind of sounds I can get in the future. I can probably get those from Amelia as well, my amazing graphics lady who does all my animations. So she can probably do that. Lalo. Come here, Paulo. Lalo. Apollo doesn't want to come on stream, guys. Who wants to hop up here? Thank you, everyone on Twitter who shared. You know, Mike, Broncos Europe, everyone. Thank you so much. You know, I'm just excited to be on here and live. I am in no way on the level of some of these other guys in Broncos media. But I'm just going to carve out my own path here on the late night. I'm not going to step on anyone's toes, but anyone is welcome to come hop on late night with me. Yes, Thomas, definitely get some sleep. I'm probably ending the stream in a few minutes anyway, so I appreciate you. Definitely get some rest. There's going to be more to come, guys. Just stay tuned. Yeah, guys, if anyone's tired, this is the time to probably jump out of the chat. We're going to bed soon. We're definitely going to get out of the chat. I'm going to be up for another hour or two probably, but I'm going to get off the stream. I'm going to settle in, get a few more things done. Maybe watch some videos just on my software a little bit more. But overall, I would say it was a successful stream. The equipment worked for the most part. I got to go back and rehear and watch the stream myself. But for the most part, I was pretty impressed, and I thought it was fun. Man, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it so much, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going off the cuff tonight. There was going to be a script, but no script today. I did break down the schedule. I did predict 4 losses. Sadly, probably against New England, the Chargers, the 49ers, and probably Pittsburgh. Those are my 4 losses, but I expect a great season. Yeah, guys, whatever happens with Still Up, we're just going to keep growing. So I appreciate everyone here. Yeah, Jay Weaver's, such a great guy. I love watching. I'm trying to remember the stream or the show that you were on recently, but I feel like I just saw you recently on somewhere. And I love what you post online, man. I love all the content that you post on your comments and seeing you online on Twitter. It's funny how like you can get to know a lot of people from their posts or their retweets or stuff like that. But I love that the amount of people I've gotten to talk to and meet and know off of Twitter. So it's awesome. Yeah, guys, we're definitely popping offline in a few minutes. Anyone's got some final words? My final words for the stream would be thank you to everyone. I said it a lot already during the stream, but it means a lot. This stream was a lot of time in the works. Yeah, it was Orange and Blue. Thank you for reminding me, man. Orange and Blue Network has so many great shows, man. So it's easy for me to get it mixed up because there's a lot of shows in Broncos media. Broncos media is super competitive. Back when I wanted to make Still Up Sports, I was just looking at it from the outside in, and I was like, there's a lot of Broncos shows out there. Orange and Blue Network is awesome. They found a way to really get a bunch of good shows and format them in a manner where people can really enjoy different types of shows and different vibes too. So Orange and Blue is awesome. I really appreciate just getting to talk to you more, just from what little interactions we have had, and I'd love to keep getting to know you more, man. Yeah, Orange and Blue is awesome. Dak's awesome. Dak has been so kind, so supportive. Love following Dak on Instagram, man. Dak's just a great guy. You could tell, amazing father just from his few posts I've seen with his son. He's clearly a great dad. Love Dak. Can't wait to talk to him. Can't wait to talk to a lot more of these Broncos creators, guys. Something I see that we can do late night is that, I'm not going to say who in Broncos media, but someone once said that it would be hard to make some of this work because of the time. But I don't think that the time's going to be something that inhibits or limits us. I think it's going to be what helps us grow and what really normalizes late night sports talk. This is something that is an empty space. There's every other Broncos creator normally at this time of night is asleep. So how can there be Broncos content or sports content at this time of night when everyone's asleep? So, this is my little window that I saw. No one really stays up this late. I've seen a few people stay up late, but not even this late. I've seen Andrew Mason do streams as late as what would be 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock in Denver, but then it stops. My goal is about 12:30 Vegas time, which would be 1:30 Mountain Time to maybe 4:30, 5:30 Mountain Time. Good chunk of the middle of the night, dead in the middle of the night. I kind of want to reach out to the European crowd, the foreign crowd, while also still covering and taking care of the late night crowd, like the truckers or the late night graveyard shift workers, or just the people like me who get off work at midnight. But because of getting off work at midnight, we're up until 4 or 5 in the morning anyway. So sports is nothing that should be gatekeeped from anyone, and I felt like that sports media was being gatekeeped unintentionally, just because it wasn't an idea or wasn't a thing or a concept. But I think sports media was being gatekeeped from some of the people on this late night crowd. And these people deserve it too, and sometimes they're asleep when all the live content's happening. But no, man, I love talking Broncos. Oh, no audio issues for a second. I thought we almost had any. I'm not in the mood for any audio issues right now. I'm ready to finish this stream and regroup tomorrow and make sure I can get better with this technology, guys. Thank you, guys. Gonna hop off in a minute right now, guys. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. The cats are telling me it's time to get off work. Thank you, Jay. The concept is definitely unique to me. I think no one's up at this time. It's crazy, but I understand. Imagine, and I mean it respectfully, I imagine Mike Kliss can't stay up till like 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning when he has to be up in the morning to cover the teams. All these guys and gals in sports media, they all have to be up in the morning and for their day jobs. And so that's kind of what makes Still Up Sports unique, is that we can talk sports late at night while the rest of the media and the rest of the world is asleep. We don't have to be asleep just because they are, and the sports talk doesn't have to stop when they're asleep either. So because the only thing stopping it at first and limiting the sports talk late at night was just the fact that there was no creators and no actual media. So that's the goal. Is we're going to do this as a member of sports media, and as a creator, we're just going to own the late night. We're going to normalize this concept of late night sports talk. And if we can just get 1 or 2 more people, whether they're full-time night owls that just want to drop in every night and subscribe, or if we can just get this daytime crowd to be aware that we exist, because they can stay up one night. They can go out for a night on the town and get home at 3 in the morning, and boom, they want to know about, how's the Broncos' next game looking, or, how's this schedule looking, That's the point of Still Up Sports, is we're there for anyone late at night, early in the morning. And normally when I would end the show would be probably 5:30 in the morning Denver time, so I would still be going. My plan would be to go until at least for another hour, which would then be pushing 5:30 Denver time. I want the show to end right before local media, local news, local radio goes on the air. By doing that, we have our, we're not stepping on anyone's toes, but we're still kind of making sure that, from 1 o'clock to or 12:30 to 5:30, that's our time. That's late night talk, and that's what we're doing. Thank you guys for the support. I'm gonna probably hop off. Lots to reevaluate with the stream and everything, but just grateful for all the support. These streams will normally late night probably be in the off season, probably aiming for just 2 nights a week. With the football off season, just 2 nights a week, while still on the weekends doing our live streams during whatever sports are on that we choose to watch. So whether I'm watching a UFC fight and a basketball game at the same time, I could still be streaming and still react to both and talk to you guys about both as well. So I do have the capability to react to multiple sports at the same time and watch multiple sports at the same time. But no, guys, this has been awesome. I'm truly grateful for all the support. Every little person that has chose to hop in or just like, subscribe, share, retweet something, it means a lot. Thank you, guys. There's not much I could say right now. I'm drawing blanks right now because I did not go with a script tonight. So when you don't plan things out, sometimes it just leads to random rabbling or such. Oh, Mike, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Man, I'm surprised I got you up this late, but I appreciate you. every one of you guys that stayed up just for me to, at least have someone in my chat. I'm grateful. There's some YouTubers out there that don't even get a view, and I'm grateful for every single view, every single like, every sub. For the most part, you guys are all people. I don't think any of you are AI, so I'm just grateful for the support, guys. It means more than you know. We're going to keep chugging along every day and seeing how this process is, but I think it's going to be fun. There's a lot of content creators to work with, a lot of ball to talk, a lot about the schedule. Like I said again earlier, I got us losing 4 games. Early on, 49ers, Chargers, and then towards the middle and end, Pittsburgh and Patriots. I think those are games we're going to lose. But, 13 wins. 4 losses ain't bad. I'll take 4 losses any day, any season of the year. That's just my prediction. But I'm headed out, guys. I want you guys to get some rest. It is the weekend. Spend some time with your families. Spend some time with yourselves. Go enjoy the day. I'm going to try to hop on later today just so I could do another live and just practice more. I got a lot to practice, a lot to learn. But, man, thank you guys so much. I'm just so giddy, so happy. One more little bit of love to Goonsville, Petros, man. See your hunger and what you do with Goonsville. That's what made me feel the hunger to really push for Still Up and stay up with what I'm doing. Minus this Red Bull that's also keeping me up. But thank you, everyone. I hope you guys have a great night. Now morning, but definitely enjoy your day. We're going to pop on later today, even if it's for another small stream. But I'm eyeing Sunday, Monday for a 24-hour stream, especially Sunday, Monday, because that allows some of these creators that are available on the weekdays to maybe pop on during that 24-hour stream. It would be nice to talk with some of these guys, network, just get some extra eyes and attention. I would like to maybe by the end of the month. Let's see, we're at the 16th. Maybe by the end of the month, push for 500 subs, because we're going to do a 24-hour stream this weekend, and that's a fact. I know for a fact I could easily go another 2 or 3 hours just rambling. So imagine if I actually laid a script out and planned some stuff. It would probably be more thorough if I had guests. But that's all stuff that I'll figure out. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for all the support, man. You guys have been awesome. I'm grateful for it all. And, remember, guys, have a great night and take care.